I did the research so you don't have to. Imagine buying your dream home. You sign the papers, you move in, everything feels secure. Then one day, a letter arrives. It says someone else has a legal claim on your property. Maybe unpaid taxes, maybe an unknown heir, maybe a mistake in public records from 20 years ago. And suddenly, your ownership is being challenged. This is exactly why title insurance exists. Because when you buy a home in America, you're not just buying a building, you're buying its history. And that history can come back to haunt you. When you buy a house in America, you probably focus on the inspection, the roof, the foundation, the plumbing. But there is one document that protects you from something far more dangerous: the past. It's called title insurance, and without it, you could legally own a house that someone else can still claim. Let's break this down. First, what does title insurance actually protect you from? Unlike most insurance policies that protect you from future risk, title insurance protects you from problems that already happened before you bought the house. For example, the previous owner didn't pay property taxes or didn't pay a contractor who repaired the roof. That unpaid debt is called a lien, and that lien can follow the property even after you become the new owner. Another example: an unknown heir suddenly appears. They claim they have inheritance rights based on a lost will or an old legal document. Or maybe there was a clerical mistake, a forged signature, a filing error from decades ago at the county courthouse. You had nothing to do with it, but without title insurance, you could end up paying the legal price. Now let's talk about the two types of title insurance. First, lender's policy. If you are getting a mortgage, your bank will require this. It protects the bank's money, not yours. If something goes wrong, the lender is protected. You are not. Second, owner's policy. This is the one that protects your equity, your investment, your ownership rights. If a title dispute happens, the insurance company pays for legal defense and financial losses. That's the difference. Now let's talk about cost. Title insurance is not a monthly payment. You pay once at closing, and the policy protects you for as long as you or your heirs own the home. That's it. No renewal, no annual premium, just one payment. Who pays? It depends on the state and local custom. In some states, the buyer pays. In others, the seller pays to prove the title is clean. For example, in Texas, rates are regulated by the state. In other states, they may be negotiable. Here are a few smart tips when buying a home. Ask for a preliminary title report before closing. This shows any existing liens or ownership issues. Keep your title policy documents in a safe place. You may need them when refinancing or selling the home later. And ask about something called a reissue rate. If the previous owner recently purchased title insurance, you may qualify for a discounted rate. It can save you money. Here's the bottom line: buying a home is likely the largest investment of your life. Saving a few $100s by skipping owner's title insurance can cost you tens of thousands later. Title insurance lets you sleep peacefully, knowing your home truly belongs to you. No hidden legal ghosts from the past. Disclaimer: title laws and pricing vary significantly by state. Always work closely with your escrow officer or real estate attorney to understand the rules where you live. Before we finish, let me leave you with one important thought. When you buy a home, you're not just buying walls and a roof. You're buying legal ownership, and legal ownership must be protected. Most people spend hours negotiating the price, but only minutes understanding title insurance. Don't be that buyer. Before your next closing, ask questions. Review the preliminary title report. Understand the difference between lender's policy and owner's policy. And make sure your investment is truly secure, because the goal of home ownership is peace of mind, not future legal stress. If this video helped you understand how title insurance really works, subscribe to the channel. We explain complex systems in America in simple, practical language so you can protect your money and your future. And if you know someone who is planning to buy a home soon, share this video with them. The right information before signing can save years of regret.